Welcome to Waxing Pixels, the live weekly show on Twitch from Battle Geek Plus. I am Josh, and with me I've got Heather.
Hi.
Ryan.
Hey.
And Frank.
How you doing? All hail the Hypnotoad.
Hypnotoad.
No chat.
There was a chat.
There was a chat.
There was, but now it's gone, so I gotta pull it back up. Here we go. Bam! What is up, everyone? So,
Hello, Gabe.
Hello, Gabe.
Joe.
Hey, Joe.
And yes, Joe, Frank did get a haircut.
Frank
Ain't he all
did get a
snazzy
haircut.
now?
Has to cut his hair.
So snazzy.
So, anywho, this is the show where we talk about video games and video game accessories.
I mean, maybe not so much. Well, actually, we do have some.
We do have some. You know what? Before we actually get started on what you play in and going into our topics, PDP sent us some new Pixel Pals, and Ryan has been dying to show them off.
Yay.
So,
Yeah, because I was absent last week. I wasn't able to show them off when I actually got them. So
right. So let's see what you got.
So anyways, we got some awesome Pixel Pals from PDP that I got in the mail not yesterday, last Friday. We got Mortal Kombat, Sub-Zero, and Scorpion. Ooh. And then we got, Kratos from God of War. Ooh. They were actually selling this at PlayStation Experience last weekend.
And you are like, I already got one.
And Ratchet for Heather.
Yay!
Hey, Ratchet and Clank.
PDP, you're my hero! Yay! He's mine.
Get over here!
He's mine.
All right. So what's the plan for the other three?
The other three, I have no idea what we're gonna do with them. I might as well just display them on my set.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Ryan's broadcasts on Fridays and Saturdays are from his place. The Tuesday broadcast is from our place. So Ryan thinks we stink, so he doesn't live with us. So
You will smell
right. So
pizza.
you know what? I'm actually going to give a closer look on the camera. I know it's going to mess up the focus for a minute, but I'd like to show off these things. So let's see. We got the Mortal Kombat ones here. Hey, that was my butt. Scorpion.
Get over here.
Sub-Zero.
I don't have a quote. Or
This way, Kratos.
Old man Kratos.
Old man Kratos.
Yeah.
And Ratchet.
Yay!
So, and like all the other ones, they do light up, and you can buy an accessory to daisy chain them together.
Give it. It's mine. It's mine. Nobody else's is mine.
cool.
And you can buy an accessory to daisy chain them together. So, neat, right?
I'm just excited about this one. Hooray! It finally have it.
I got the Ninja Turtles ones that I wanted a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And we already showed those. Huh?
we did. We showed those weeks ago. So, anyway. Now, before we get into what you're playing, let's see what's going on in the chat right now. Let's see. Gabe. All nice. Thank you, Gabe. Now, if they could do some Fatal Fury or King of Fighters characters.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're gonna start doing those.
They have to at some point.
Yeah, they gotta.
There's just, I don't know. I just can't imagine them.
Especially with Geese Howard in Tekken 7.
That's true.
That's true, yeah.
So I'm pretty sure we'll see.
My
Geese Howard.
Shiranui. This is the only one I want. It's the only one I want. I don't care about anybody else. I just want her.
Right? So, I can only imagine how Mai would look.
Yeah, I know. I was just thinking about that. She'd basically be like pixelated boobs with some hair.
Yeah, pretty much. And a fan stuck between them.
Right?
So, anyway, that's what's going on before we get into our first thing. And our first thing that we always get into is... What you playing?
What you playing?
What you playing, which... I don't remember typing it that way, but hey, whatever.
Whatcha?
Yeah, I get it. But, yeah, I don't remember typing it that way, but whatever. I think OBS is moving on its own.
Maybe you should go see a doctor then.
Doctor,
Maybe.
I don't remember typing something a certain way weeks ago. Oh, well, it's obviously cancer.
Oh.
That's how most cancers start.
Oh, hey, John.
John,
That's
you're here.
basically the press any solution, any diagnosis button.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I can't poop. Cancer.
Right? Anyway, What You Playing is the part of the show where we talk about what we've been playing. And we always start with Heather.
Hi.
Heather, what you playing? I've seen you on the Vita.
Yeah, I was playing a lot of, hi John. I was playing a lot of Corpse Party, Book of Shadows. I'm only in the second chapter. Don't mind her, she's totally high right now.
Catnip.
Bought a new catnip toy for the cats, and Crystal was losing her mind earlier, so if you hear a cat freaking out, it's probably just her. But yeah, so Corpse Party, it's a little different than the first one. It's kind of like a revisiting of the place you were stuck in the first game. Kind of like a, yay, you escaped at the end of the game, congratulations! And now it's kind of gonna be a Groundhog Day sort of scenario where you're basically going to go through your day and do the same exact thing and then end up in the same place. And certain characters have started noticing, wait, we've been here before, we've done this before. And then them trying to survive and do things differently and make sure nobody dies and stuff like that. It's not exactly working out well for them, but it's done from like a first-person point of view. You pull up a map and you choose which section of the map you want to go to. And your character just goes to that point, and you just kind of look around the room and interact with certain objects. It's okay in that regard. I don't mind it that way. Not my most favorite thing in the world. I was really kind of disappointed at first. Super text heavy. I mean, really text heavy. The game was text heavy to begin with, but really text heavy. And I felt like I wasn't really playing a game. I was just reading a story. But once the second chapter started, there was a lot more gameplay. So that's awesome.
Well, Joe was saying that he wants Corpse Party Scooby-Doo crossover. What do you think?
That'd be hilarious. I'm not sure what to do about the music, though. The two types of music would clash badly. Both types of music are totally amazing. The music for these games, Corpse Party, are freaking fantastic. So that's something that I'm always amazed by whenever I do play the game. Other than that, I did pick up Zelda the other night, and because I never played any of the DLC that we got, any of it. So I started the game, and it was like, oh, here's all this shit to do. And it was like 80 million quests added to my log, and I was like, sweet! And the first thing I did was to go do the, oh my god, stop tormenting her. Hi, Cactus, hi. But I went to go do the Master Sword trial, and I didn't remember any of the controls whatsoever. I just went there and just was like, I'll see how far I got. I only got to like level like 9, I think, maybe. Like it was a level, it was like a lake, and like I was on a bridge, and there were 3 of the lizard guys. Uh-huh. And then as soon as it starts, they see you. And I was like, well, shit. And then I ended up getting knocked off the bridge, and I was trying to get up on the bridge again, and they kept shooting me with their spit. And okay, stop it. Leave her alone. No more. So I was like, okay, bummer. And then I put it down, so.
Yeah, I would actually, in order to do the Master Sword trial, I would actually have to completely change my style of gameplay, because for the most part, it's Sheikah suit and the appropriate mask for the monster. So, like, they just kind of walk up and they're like, hey, friend, and I'm just kind of all like, that's right.
Stab.
And that's how it goes.
And yes, Gabe, you totally should get around to it. They do have Corpse Party 1 and 2 available on the PlayStation Store. That's where Josh bought them for me, because I bought the 3rd one. So, you should totally get it. Totally great. Fun times. So, yes, play it. Get it.
Awesome. Well, Ryan,
Okay.
What you playing?
All right, so last week I got an Amazon gift card from work, so I spent it on Doom VFR. Well, like Doom VR, I haven't played it yet because I've just been so busy. I've been busy since last Friday but I did get to play a little bit of the. I did get to play a little bit of the new Zelda DLC. The one.
Crystal.
Yeah, the cats. Like the one where, like you get the motorcycle, but,
Right.
Yeah, I beat a couple of other dungeons so far, but I'm not as far as you right now, because I just haven't really had the time to play, and I went to a convention, called the PlayStation Experience over the weekend, and I got to play a whole bunch of cool games. I can't, I'm not going to mention every single game I played there, but...
Right, but before you tell us what you played, though, at the PlayStation Experience, when is the PlayStation Experience, and where is it normally?
Let's see. It was in Anaheim, California this year, and it was last weekend. I think the 8th and the 9th.
Okay, so it's normally in December.
Yes, it's normally December, but from what I hear, they're not going to have it in Anaheim next year.
Okay.
So,
really?
Yeah, every couple of years, it's like they change it up. So, which is a disappointment because I really like that convention.
Right. So, what did you play there? What's some of the stuff that stood out?
So, I played Gran Turismo in VR, and I had to use the PlayStation Experience app to actually book an appointment, and I played it inside. I played it with a wheel, and I played it with pedals inside a little mini race car.
Oh,
and it literally felt like I was driving a real car. And
that's awesome.
I literally got dizzy from doing it because I'm like, oh shit! Ah.
Again, that's a great reason as to why I would probably not do a whole lot of VR because I know that I would get sick.
I can imagine you playing games that way. Like I can imagine you just literally just being like, like that. So
anyway. They should make a YouTube simulator game.
YouTube simulator.
Not YouTube, sorry, Uber simulator game.
Uber simulator.
It was like YouTube simulator. You sit down and do some video editing, and then you get demonetized.
Actually, there was a PC game called Tuber's Life.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Which I haven't played, but I heard it's stupid.
No, okay.
And also, let's see, I also played this VR game called Firewall Horizon Attack, I think. I'll look it up later. I know that's not the right name. It's like a multiplayer VR game where it's like 4-on-4, and I did voice chat with some people. Well, even though they're just right next to you, and we're like, hey, there's the I see like the guys like trying to attack us from above and like below, and it was pretty fun. Like we got to coordinate and stuff like that.
That's cool.
And then and one of the most memorable games I played there was Detroit Become Human.
I remember that from E3.
Yeah.
I didn't play it, but I did watch a couple people go through the demo, and I was like, I'd play that.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. It's made by the same people who did Heavy Rain, and it's a lot like Until Dawn, where like you have like fixed you kind of have like semi-fixed camera angles, and then like you move around like that, and you interact with objects, and you have to solve mysteries and stuff. It's actually pretty good, I think.
I like the mystery aspect.
Yeah, I think I'm going to pick it up when it comes out. And it's kind of funny, like at the Detroit Become Human booth, like they had people, dressed up as the androids, as those androids, and like they doused them in makeup so like they look like robots. And I didn't know if they were real people or not. I was like, hello.
Oh, you're one of those people, and then they're all like, boo, gotcha.
They were real people, but they were trained to act like robots.
Oh, I see.
So
okay.
that's what kind of made it a little unsettling. Like I saw people like fucking like get in front of them and that's like, hey, what's up?
And like, kind of like how people do with like British guards and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, but the androids wouldn't even flinch.
Well, yeah,
they were so well trained.
Totally.
Well, but if you did look at them, they would look at you back and wave. I was like, oh crap! this is a real human being. So that's what I've.
I wonder if you can like change the character's name, because that'd be super great. Because I would totally name my character Data.
That'd be rad.
Yeah, yeah. So that pretty much. Oh yeah, and I did watch some of the Capcom Cup at PlayStation Experience.
Yeah.
I had no idea who was playing. You know, like some guy from Spain, some guy from Japan. Just they fought each other.
You're just like, none of these people are named Daigo.
Actually, basically. I think Daigo was there, but I didn't get to see his match.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it was pretty fun to watch. So yeah, it was a pretty good convention. I'm gonna be sad that it's not gonna be in Anaheim next year, and we may never go back to it again if it's not here in California.
And by we mean him, because he's the one who normally goes.
Yeah.
So we're all like, man, we've got a lack of funds and a lot of working hours to do. So we typically don't go. We just send Ryan as our representative.
Yeah.
So anyway, Frank.
Yes.
What you playing?
Mighty number 9.
Tell us about it.
Yes, tell us about it.
It's good. I mean, it's got the Mega Man difficulties in it. Some of it's harder than others.
Oh, God.
Thanks, Sammy.
Hi, Sammy.
Thank you, Sammy, for that.
Yeah, if it's the frightened Frank.
Yes! Came out of nowhere.
Now, you're really, really calm and, like, casual about Mighty Number 9 right now, but, like, you've literally woken us up with you cursing the game as loudly as possible.
Yeah.
So, like,
it's a little extreme.
So I feel like there's a bit more to it that,
Well, at least you like it.
Yeah,
I got it on sale.
Yeah, obviously.
I mean, there's some like BS moments in that game.
A lot of BS moments.
Oh man! And I don't even know if they like game test it properly.
Really?
Well, because... I mean, when you're fighting number 7 and you're using the weapon that's his weakness, it's great that he changes his attack pattern to compensate. But when you like ram him, you kind of bounce back, but sometimes you bounce into him, damaging you. So what? Yeah. So what's the point?
That is kind of shitty.
So there's some kind of not quite game-breaking bugs, but some stuff that's really annoying.
Yeah.
Okay. So anything else you're playing right now?
That's about it.
How far are you into Mighty Number 9?
I got 2 robots left.
Okay. And then, like a final boss after that?
Maybe. I haven't played it. I haven't watched any videos on it.
Oh, okay. So I would assume...
I will say that I find it rather interesting that you were willing to even spend any money on it, even though it was on sale, because of the absolute amount of hatred and bad reviews that this thing got. You know?
The thing is, it was overhyped. That was his main problem.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
And it took too long for it to come out, and a lot of people forget the classic Nintendo quote: "A delayed game is a better game, but a rushed game is a bad game
forever." Bad, yeah.
Yeah, like we played it on the We Play Games show, and then after that, I beat 7 of the robots, but then I just got sick of it, and I just traded it back into Best Buy.
Which level did you give up on?
I don't even remember.
Was it the Office?
I don't remember. That's how bad the game was for me.
That's a bummer.
Yeah.
That is a bummer. Oh well. Anywho, moving on. We got one more person who played some games this week. I don't know who it is though. Could anyone give me a hint?
Your mom.
My mom!
It was Clunk.
Clunk? No. I'm pretty sure it was me.
No, you said person.
Ow.
Bird.
Yikes. Anyway,
Bird.
So, this week I had been playing Breath of the Wild again. After the new DLC came out where you get the motorcycle. And this is... Gabe says Mighty Number 9 is a mighty disappointment.
Yep.
So in this game, I'm all like, oh, rad. Like they showed the video at the Game Awards, and it's just kind of like, Link, motorcycle, get now. And I'm just kind of like, yes, get now.
Crystal.
And so I ended up downloading like the update for the game, going into the game, and then once I turned on the game, it's all like, hey, go to this place, I'm a disembodied voice, ha ha ha, like, go do stuff. I'm like, okay, cool. So I go to the place, and I do the thing, and it's all like, here's a thing, go do 4 things. And so I go do 4 things, and that takes a while.
And it's hard.
Ish. Like I said, my strategy largely involves masks and Sheikah gear. So like the platforming is a little hard because you only have a quarter heart through the whole thing.
Yeah.
But the combat was like easy. It just took a while. But then I got done with that, and it was all like, hey, so you know those 4 things? Do another 12. And I'm just like, what? So I've been spending a lot of the weekend, whenever I have free time, trying to get through all of these things so I could get the motorcycle. And it just turns out I couldn't finish it quickly enough, so I still don't have the motorcycle yet, which I wanted to show off on the show this week. But there's a bunch of other stuff with the DLC as well. Things that you can go find, different treasures, different masks and whatnot. So definitely something to take advantage of. It's $20 for all the DLC. It's pretty much your season pass. I don't even think you can buy the DLC separately. I think it's just all one set of things. And I haven't really touched much of it yet. I've just been going directly for that motorcycle. The other thing that I've been using is the medallion where you set it down and you could teleport back to that area.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like which you have to go somewhere to find that too. Like you pay $20 for this stuff, but it's more like you pay $20 for quests to get the stuff is what it is. So it's not just like, it's not really like pay to win. It's
you
like,
actually have to put the work into it.
Yeah, you still have to put the work into it. So.
And I apologize if you guys start hearing weird noises. I'm using the laser pointer with Crystal. Hi Cat wants to play. But she's also fat, so I don't expect this to last long.
It's a good idea that she wants to play then.
Yeah.
So, that's pretty much what's going on there for what you're playing. And now we're going to move on to our first topic. And we are going into... Boop. Boop. Switch to Bayonetta. So, like we were talking about before, the Game Awards was last week. A lot of stuff got announced. And amongst those things was a teaser for Bayonetta 3. Well, the teaser wasn't announced. The teaser was released. Bayonetta 3 was teased. And it's going to be a Switch exclusive, which should come as a surprise to nobody, as Bayonetta 2 was a Wii U exclusive. It's supposed to come out in 2018, and there really isn't much more going on than that. I tried to read into it some. There isn't a whole lot going on. But for people like myself who haven't played the first 2 yet, the first 2 will be coming out as a set also in 2018 on the Switch. So I'll be able to get all caught up in time for the third one.
That's good to hear because I totally wanted to play this game, then I never did. And then the second one was an exclusive to a system that we would never buy. And so that makes me happy to know that because I totally want to play it and it looks awesome. And yeah.
So, what about you, Ryan?
Yeah, let's see. I played the first one. I liked it, but I actually never picked up the second one for some reason. So yeah, maybe I'll pick up. Yeah, maybe I'll pick up the compilation of the first 2 on the Switch since I can play it on the go anyways, and then I'll be ready for the third.
Exactly. Gabe says that he's super hyped for Bayonetta 3, and I don't blame you. Bayonetta 3 is something to be super hyped for. So let's hope that it turns out to be as amazing as we all think it's going to be. For those of you who don't know, Bayonetta is sort of an action-oriented game about a lady with a suit.
Who's apparently like a witch.
Who's like a witch or something, and she's got guns and she fights stuff and
a gun witch.
And she's like sexy and owns it, and you know, so we're really excited about that. It's not really much that we can talk about right now because, well, barely anything was shown. But yes, Joe, he sent a cryptic message. 80085.
Gee, I wonder what it is.
I wonder what it is. It might look a little bit different in a calculator.
Is it over 8,000?
Absolutely.
And see, Gabe definitely recommends both 1 and 2 since they're coming to the Switch, and he says especially 2 since that is my #1 favorite Wii U game.
Oh, wow.
Out of like the 3 Wii U games that are in existence.
So what? So at Bayonetta 2, Mario Kart 8, and Smash.
Yeah, those are like the 3 games on the Wii U, and so far 2 of those are on the Switch, and since Bayonetta 2 will be coming over to the Switch, that means all 3 of them are coming to the Switch. So.
Well, Smash isn't on the Switch yet.
Not yet.
Well, not yet. We already know that it's going to be a thing.
It's going to have to be. Like, they're going to have to. It would
be stupid to not do that.
To not put Smash Brothers. Now, like, I got to wonder if they'd be doing, like, a new one, though, or if they'd be porting over the old one. Like, I feel like they would have ported over the old one already if they were gonna. So, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so that is a rather short topic this evening because there is not a whole lot to talk about yet. But we're going to keep our eyes on it because some of us are excited to play it. So.
Gabe says over Breath of the Wild, Smash Bros, Mario Kart 8, Shovel Knight, and more.
Huh. That's a lot of...
Shovel Knight. That's something that I didn't get very far in.
I got pretty far in it, and then
I put it down. I never finished it because I'm bad at that.
I got pretty far in it on the 3DS, and then I put it down because it got toward the end, and I didn't want it to end. So, and then I never picked it back up. So, whatever. I'll play it again sometime. I've been meaning to. Anyway, moving on to our next topic.
That was quick.
Yeah, I told you. Weapon Tekken 6. Weapon Tekken 6.
And Knuckles.
And Knuckles. Weapon Tekken 6 and Nuggets.
Knuckles.
Nuggets.
Noodles.
Nurples.
Nurples. Is that one that he said? So,
Bless you.
Good.
Ryan's making all the bodily function noises tonight. We're going to get a couple farts out of him before it's over.
Oh, too late.
Yeah, don't be shitting yourself over there. Not on my couch.
Right.
So, Weapon Tekken 6. Heather came up with that title. And we're talking about Soul Calibur 6 here. So, you can understand why we call it Weapon Tekken 6. The Tekken fan. But, so, Weapon Tekken 6 has been announced. For those of you that don't know, the Weapon Tekken series is about people hitting each other really hard with sharp weapons with no consequences. There is a guy who is like the ultimate good guy, and he's got another form where he's the ultimate bad guy. And he has a really huge sword in both forms.
Fucking hate that character.
And
Both
then,
of them.
and then you
Hate that
have
guy.
a samurai guy, a nunchuck guy, a bow guy, some creepy girl with a hula hoop. All your creative
I liked
characters.
her outfit when she was introduced.
That was a good outfit.
Never played the game with her in it, but
a bunch of creative characters.
And they got some pretty hot chicks, too.
And the only 2 characters that other people actually played as, which was Sophitia and Ivy.
Let's see, the person that I played as, I don't remember her name, but she was the chick that had the
Ivy?
No. She
Ivy?
I hated playing as Ivy. I refused to play
Ivy
as
was
her.
so rad.
Whatever. I played as the chick who had the tonfas.
Ivy?
I can't remember her name.
Ivy. Asian Ivy. Young Asian Ivy.
Oh, wouldn't that be Sung Mina?
Maybe.
Well, but didn't she have a different weapon, though?
Maybe I'm just remembering the weapon wrong. I don't know.
I
don't know. She had like these little short weapon things.
Like Tonfa.
Was it a sword?
I mean, maybe
shield?
they were like no, she didn't have a shield. It was Talim. Yes, thank you, Gabe. Thank you. Yeah, that's who I played as whenever I did play it. So, yeah, which wasn't very often.
I didn't really play any Soul Calibur 5, but I remember playing Soul Calibur 4. I think that was the one that had the creative character, right?
Yeah.
Also
I remember
the third one, too.
I think I played 4, like it was like Frank's copy or something like that. And I remember Brad's copy? Okay.
Yep.
Our mutual friend Brad, it was his copy, and I remember making like creative characters and stuff like that. And I remember playing as Hula Hoop Girl a lot. So, but before that, no, I remember, like, I'm kind of excited about this, seeing what's going to happen and, like, when it's coming out and what kind of features it has, because Soul Calibur was something that I wasn't introduced to as a console game, but as an arcade game.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I had gone to like an amusement park out of state, and they had an arcade. And amongst the arcade games they had there was, I think it was Soul Calibur 2.
Right.
And I ended up, the first 2 characters I played as were Sophitia and Ivy.
Right.
And Ivy was pretty rad.
Basic white bitch you are.
And Ivy was pretty rad because of, I just like the fact that she was able to, like, she had the sword.
It's a whip sword!
And it was also a whip. And she just had all these really cool moves that I was just magically pulling off because you can button mash in that game and still get something accomplished. So she was like pretty much like, I put a lot of money into that, and I played as her a lot. And it was really cool. Like, it was a really big machine and everything too. I think that might have been the same year I also played. There was a I think it was called Top Skater, and it was like a downhill skateboard game with like half pipes and ramps and stuff like that along the way, and you controlled it on a skateboard.
Oh, wow.
That was like attached to the thing, and like you had like handhold things, and you just like do stuff with your feet to make the characters do stuff, and you had like different ones you could choose from and whatnot. But yeah.
Oh yeah, like with Soul Calibur, you know, I mostly played the first and the third game. Like,
Okay.
like my memories of the first game, you know, like back when it was released on the Dreamcast, I think I was in my first year of college. Like my friend, like he would bring it over, and he had this. Like, he was obsessed with Sophitia so much. Like, he would take her into practice mode and, like, just pause the game whenever it would show her panties. He was like, look at her panties.
To be young and a boy.
And he was like,
and
dude,
awkward.
Lame.
And he was like, Ryan, look at her panties. Sophitia's
Oh my
panties.
god, panties. I bet he's like literally one of the people in the world that like fan service is strictly for.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
That
he
guy.
definitely is.
That guy.
Yeah.
Like, they have a picture of that guy on the wall, like, at, like, the studio where they did, like, Kill the Kill.
Right.
Right.
And then then he would be like, and I would play as Sung Mina a lot, and then he was like, "Hey, it's your girlfriend, Sung Mina." I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, I like Sung Mina, but I don't fantasize about characters like you do."
She's not my girlfriend. God. Hey, Christopher, what's up?
My girlfriend
Hey,
lives
Chris.
in Canada. You wouldn't have met her.
Dude, my girlfriend's a model. You wouldn't know her.
She's in Milan right now doing a show.
Dude, she's a lingerie model in Taiwan.
And also, like the third game, I did play with the creator
We love
character.
each other.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever played the main story. I just made characters in it. I remember making Naruto, I made Orochimaru, and I made Piccolo, but
Of course you did.
kind of in like kind of the Soul Calibur versions of it. Like Piccolo has nunchucks.
Joe, my girlfriend is in Canada. She's actually a moose.
Yeah, I actually might still have pictures of. I actually took pictures of my Orochimaru and my Naruto and my Piccolo. So if I can find them, I'll post them on Twitter.
That would be,
hilarious.
you should post them on the Battle Geek Plus Twitter and on your Twitter.
My first experience with Soul Calibur was going over to my best friend's house, and he had one of the newer games. It wasn't the first one. It could have been the second or third one. I'm not sure. I don't recall. I just remember him being like, "Hey, I got this new fighting game." And I'm like, "Cool, let's play it." He's like, "Yeah." So we started it up, and he had it for probably a week or so at that point. So he'd been playing it a while. And he would play as Nightmare. And he thought it was hilarious that he would just spam the same move over and over again and hit me from the other side of the arena with that gigantic fucking sword.
Yep,
and
does that.
would just laugh at me and just he was just cackling the whole time. And I fucking rage quit, and he thought it was hilarious. And I was like, no, fuck you. And I just wouldn't play it again. The next time I played it was... the next game had come out, I guess. And I remember my cousin was playing it on the Xbox, and he couldn't get past this one part in, like, the story mode or some shit. And he rage quit, and I was really bored, and I was like, fuck it, I'll play it. And I ended up beating it, like, on the second try, and he totally hated me. And I was like... It was just
on my level.
I was like, no, you probably just been playing it for too damn long. And you just needed a break.
Okay, so I also like remember like Soul Calibur 2 on the GameCube had Link as a secret character, right?
Yeah, there was it was GameCube had Link.
Yeah.
What was it?
The
PS2 there was Kratos and there was Spawn.
Oh,
Kratos and Spawn. I know there was another one that had like Yoda.
Oh yeah, I think that was the fourth.
I think that was no. I think it was 5.
5 or 4? Okay.
No, it was. I want to say 5. 5 had Vader, Yoda, Star Killer.
Right.
So Chris says, "I think I have that game on Dreamcast."
Now, I did have an experience with the Soul Calibur series that may be unique to me here, in that at one point I actually played Soul Blade.
Oh yeah,
for the N64.
Oh yeah, I played that too actually. Yeah.
So okay.
What are the odds?
Well, games like that didn't normally come to the N64. And Soul Blade, like, nobody talks about Soul Blade. It's like talking about fighting Street instead of Street Fighter 2. You know? Like, none of that. So, yeah. That's a lot of Soul Calibur right there. Gabe says, Xbox had Spawn, PS2 had Heihachi. Which I was like, what's that? Why? Because Heihachi doesn't have weapons. But I guess that just makes him even more badass. Because, like, everyone else is all like, I've got swords and stuff. And, like,
Heihachi's like, haha, you bitch.
Heihachi's like, my hair's sharp. Does that count?
Looks like someone brought
Look
a
at
knife
my amazing facial hair.
Looks like someone brought a knife to a fist fight.
Let me zap you with my body electricity. Zap.
Body electricity.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, so are we all excited for Soul Calibur 6?
No, I don't care.
I'm excited to see where development and everything goes.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like, wait, it's not like top of the list, I need to get it. It's not Dragon Ball Fighters.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Well, I just want to know who the secret characters are going to be.
But I am interested in learning more about it as we go.
Right.
So, anyway, we are on to topic number 3, and that is, it's time to upgrade to PS2.
Ooh.
Right? So, for everybody right now that's got a Sony console, and just hoping it doesn't become a mess like Soul Calibur 5. See, that's why I'm waiting. But, anyway, for everybody who has a Sony console right now, specifically the PS4, I just need to let you know that Sony recently released an update so that it's a PS2 now.
Yay.
Yay.
So we're going to upgrade to the PS4 tonight, and rather than doing it in the normal story fashion, we're actually going to show it to you. So give me just 1 second. All right, if you take a look at what's going on right now, we have the PS2 Legacy Theme.
Ooh.
I love it so much.
Well, that's amazing.
The PS4.
It's amazing.
This thing came out like a week or two ago. I think it came out like last week, wasn't it?
I think it was last week, yeah.
Yeah, last week this came out. We didn't cover it because we wanted to wait a week to actually show it to you here on the show. But yes, the PS4, like PS2 Legacy Theme for the PS4 has...
I know, right, Gabe? It is fucking cool.
It has all of the sounds. It has the shapes and stuff like that. It has your. It has the
orbiting lights.
Yeah, the orbiting lights. It has everything
except for the blocks.
Yeah, everything except for the blocks. So
well, but it would also be nice if they made the text like if they made the text like the old PS2 text.
That would be cool. Yeah. But I mean, so they did a pretty good job. They even they didn't just make new versions of the old sounds. They actually pulled these sounds directly from what they used for the PS2.
The sounds are so nostalgic. I love it.
And put them back into this at a much higher quality. So listen to that. But this thing came out on the PlayStation Store under themes for $3, I want to say. Last week. You can grab it, install it right away, and you will have fully upgraded your PS4 to its full PS2 potential. After this, it will be able to play DVDs and certain PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 1 games that you are already able to play anyway with it. Just get the theme. So there's a lot of really cool stuff, including the game that we'll be playing tonight after this is over. But this was something, we saw the video of this before it came out, and we were just in awe. But
sorry, I was yawning.
She was yawning right when I was like, we were in awe, and she's just like, oh, this is boring.
Yeah, sorry, no, I guess it's a good thing that I am tired because I have to work at 8 a.m., which is unusual.
Poor thing.
You shut your hole. You ass.
How can you even fall asleep? No, you gotta wake up around 6 a.m.
I'm not going to. I'm not going to sleep. I'm going to try my hardest, but it's not going to happen. And tomorrow's going to suck. Suck so much.
I can't imagine being in your shoes. They'd be too small.
Hey, Frank, you always have to go to work at a ridiculous hour. I work nights. And now I'm suddenly going to be going in at 8 a.m. Okay, if you worked nights and then you're like, oh no, I'd be at work at 3:30 in the fucking morning, I'm like, wow, bruh, that sucks. Shut your face.
Anyway, PS2 theme.
Yes, it's amazing.
It's amazing.
So, we were pretty much like, she doesn't like to spend money on anything.
No.
Like, she's like, what? We've got to eat this week? And...
whatever. I'd be all like, the only thing I'll spend my money on is food.
She's like, what? We've got to bathe this week? And...
more like, what? You want to have fun this week? There you go. That's where you should have gone with that.
She's like so mad that I was exaggerating. But
yeah, how dare you?
But
you douche.
So she ain't spending money on anything, which was the point, the joke. But I can't have jokes on this show. Super serious business.
Yep.
And I got to the PlayStation Store. I got to the theme, and I was like, okay, cool. And she's like, what? It's not free? I said, no, it's like $3. Should I still get it? And she's like, yeah, get it.
Yes.
So,
what kind of question is that?
That's how cool this is. That, like, she hates spending money on anything. Like, I have to, like, fight her to get her to spend money on stuff that she actually wants. Like, she's like,
or
man,
needs.
Man, you know, it'd be really cool if I had shoes at all. And I could just stop, duct taping cardboard to my feet. And I'm all like, you should probably go buy some new shoes. And then, like, she's like, no, I can't buy new shoes. The cardboard's free and we've got plenty of tape.
Yep.
So, like, that's
Joe
her.
says, you don't have your games in a folder, you savage?
Wait, folders? What?
We can make folders?
You can make folders?
I didn't know this.
Nope, I don't have any of my games in folders.
What are folders?
Add to folder. That's a thing.
God.
I didn't know that was a thing.
I didn't know that was a thing either.
See, that's surprising because you, on the computer, like, looking on the computer that we use to, like, do this show and everything, like, everything he set up for us on this computer, everything that is on the Google Drive that we have it on, everything is in a folder, in a folder, in a folder, in a folder. Yeah. Like, to get to this game, for example, if it was on the PC instead, it would be all like games, video games after the year 2010, video games after the year 2015, video games on many consoles, video games that are on Sony consoles, video games that are on PS4. Video games from the Dragon Ball series. Video games from the Dragon Ball Xenoverse series. Video games that are called Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Xenoverse 2, the game. And then one more folder, just because he wants to trip me up.
Yeah, because it keeps things organized.
See?
No, it doesn't. That's too much, Ryan.
So,
but when it comes to consoles, I just let everything just lay out there.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
Like, really,
just lay out
split it up.
I don't use the folders, but like then again, like I don't keep everything on my PlayStation at the same time. Like on the library here, I'll just like re-download stuff after a while if I need it. And everything that I've going to be currently playing that I've recently played is one of these first few games anyway. So stop judging me, Joe. So
Gabe says you learn something new every day. Yeah, no kidding.
Right?
A fucking
Totally.
folder? What nonsense is that?
Add a folder.
Add the folder.
Psh, whatever. You go to eBay and buy your obscure Mario tie-in products from the 80s, sir. I'm going to be a PlayStation slob and not organize my stuff. So, anyway, wanted to show that off because it's an amazing thing. And we've got one more topic for you this evening before the show gets done. And that...
Kind of a quiet night.
It is kind of a quiet night, but we're going to get to some gameplay. The gameplay is going to be good. And our last topic for the evening, we go back to our main camera here, is 30 Fighting Street. 30 Fighting Street is an address.
What's your apartment number? On 30 Fighting Street. I need to know
30
your apartment
Fighting Street.
so that I can find your apartment when I go there.
Apartment number... Well, I was trying to think of a joke. And, yeah, I was like, apartment H?
Apartment V.
2 you can!
Why V?
5.
Okay. I get that. Well, I was thinking H because Hadoken. And then when I said it out loud, I was like, apartment H? That sounds dirty. Come to apartment H. It's got the red light.
Roxanne!
So, alright, so what we're talking about here is actually Street Fighter's 30th anniversary. Street Fighter, when it originally came over to the US, the one that nobody played, was called Fighting Street. And I don't know why. But yeah, Street Fighter's 30th anniversary is coming up next year, and they are coming out with a pretty rad 30th anniversary collection of Street Fighter titles. Ryan, I know you're excited about this.
No, I'm very excited.
I'm excited about this too. Now, on this collection, I've noticed that they pretty much have everything up through just before Street Fighter 4.
Yeah, everything.
So you have Street Fighter, which I don't know if they're going to call it Fighting Street on this, or if they're actually going to give us Street Fighter.
Well,
it plays the exact same.
Well, they're probably going to call it that because that's what they called it on the Capcom Classics collection.
So, I mean, it's pretty much the same either way. You have Street Fighter, all the different versions of Street Fighter 2, all the different Street Fighter Alpha games, all the different Street Fighter 3 games, and the Street Fighter Alpha and 3 games will have online multiplayer. So, and then...
and also Turbo, I think, for 2.
Oh, 2 Turbo?
Yeah.
Okay, so that'll have online also. Is this going to have Ultra Street Fighter 2 on it?
Ultra Street Fighter? No.
No? Okay.
Joe's apparently really excited for this, and that's surprising because last I checked, Mario's not in this game.
But he has been for months, though, since Ultra Street Fighter 2 came out. He has been just... whenever he's not talking about Mario or Dragon Ball or weird shit that happens in New York, he... Or pestering me about how good his pizza is. Or the Nintendo World Store. He is on Twitter being all like, hey, anybody want to play me in Ultra Street Fighter 2? Does anybody have this game besides me? I want to play it online.
Well,
yeah, he's like, online play is great. I need to fight real people. Well, you can do that in the streets of New York. You can be the New York Street Fighter.
Just head to 30 Fighting Street.
Yeah. And
you just pop it in your Uber app right now, or take the subway, go to 30 Fighting Street, apartment H, and...
Well, I played Joe once.
Yeah, but that was one time. He's needed to play it more than once, and I never ended up buying the game, which was weird.
Yeah, which is weird.
I think it's just because I wasn't done with Zelda, and then I wasn't done with Zelda, and then I wasn't done with Zelda. I'm still not done with Zelda. So every other game that's gone into the Switch has been something that you own.
Yes.
It's been Mario Kart. It's been Super Mario Odyssey. It's been. The 1, 2, 3 Switch, is that what it's called?
1-2 switch.
1-2 switch.
Which I sold.
What? Ah.
Yeah, I got rid of it.
Oh, man. I wish I would have known that. I would have been all like, hey, bring it over. We could play it on the show.
Yeah.
Or just, hey, bring it over and just give it to us.
But
well, yeah, because I can't play that on my own anyways.
Right? So, but it would have been fun to play on the show.
Oh.
But I didn't think about that until like a week ago. So, don't even worry about it. So
sorry, I'm playing with the cat.
So, let's see. Yeah, Joe says that online play is great and that Street Fighter is his second favorite game franchise. And he's and Gabe says he's very excited, especially since he's been wanting Capcom to re-release the other Street Fighter 3 games.
Oh yeah, because I know for Dreamcast, because I know all the versions of the third game came out for the Dreamcast, but the one we got on the PS3 was only the third version of the third game.
Now, I'm wondering, Street Fighter Alpha 3, the one that's on this collection, it's not Alpha 3 Max, is it?
No, I doubt it.
Okay, like that is pretty much my favorite. Like,
I
that is like the best version of Street Fighter Alpha 3, and it was only for the PSP. Some of the features that make Alpha 3 Max great are also on the Dreamcast version of Alpha 3.
Yeah.
But Alpha 3 Max was just super amazing. And the only thing that's bad about it is the fact that since it's on the PSP, it's really difficult to pull off. Like, because you don't have like, you have your 6 buttons, yeah, but it's just kind of cramped and whatnot. It's not an easy game to like, pull off good combos and super moves and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, I'm actually worried in this collection if the version of Alpha 3 will be the arcade or the PS1 version, because I think the PS1 version was far superior because it had all the characters, it had all the extra modes like the World Tour.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, like they have
the Grand Tour.
The Grand Tour. Step into the Grand Tour. Gabe says all the games are supposed to be based on the arcade ports, not the home console.
Alright, so we're going to have the nerfed version of Alpha 3.
Which, I mean, it's already not Alpha 3 Max, therefore I'm just kind of like, whatever.
Okay.
But the thing is, like, it's supposed to be... Because I remember, it was... they were saying in the trailer for it that, these were like arcade ports.
Arcade quality.
So it's not like you're picking up, the Switch version and you're getting Street Fighter 2 for the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Like, you're getting legit Street Fighter 2. Which, you know what? It'll be fun to try and play those on the Joy-Cons. Like the tiny, turn sideways Joy-Cons. Trying to play that. Like, that would be hilarious.
We were playing it during Thanksgiving. Well, Ultra, though.
Yeah, Ultra.
And it was tough.
I think Ultra, Ultra's inputs are a little more forgiving than, say, like, original Street Fighter 2 or whatever.
Yeah.
Or, like, imagine trying to do on Fighting Street.
Oh, God.
Like, trying to do, like, the Shoryuken or...
Yeah, I beat that. Yeah, I actually beat that here on Twitch a couple of months ago.
Did you?
It was hard.
Yeah, I've never actually gotten to the end. And I remember even...
Actually, Gabe watched me beat the game.
So...
And I was like... I think it took me, like, 30 tries to beat Sagat.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Let's see. Gabe says there needs to be a home console version of Alpha 3 Max, and I totally agree. I think it's just getting to the point, now that I'm thinking about it, where I just need to get a PSP emulator and hook up an arcade stick and just play it that way. To just play it through the computer, because that was the best version of Street Fighter Alpha 3. It had all the different modes, including stuff that you've probably never even seen unless you've played Max.
Right. Oh, yeah. I have Max.
Okay.
Oh.
So, and Joe said that he also bought that 30th anniversary Super Nintendo Street Fighter card.
Oh, yeah, that red one that was like $100.
Oh, yeah. So, I kind of forgot about that one, actually. I did end up... you remember I bought, when I still worked at Best Buy, I bought the...
yeah, I remember that.
The 25th anniversary.
Yeah, you bought that.
And I did like an unboxing on YouTube, which did pretty decently. And,
which games did that come with again?
It came with everything up through...
Well, didn't it also come with the Tekken crossover?
Yeah, it came with everything up through...
Alright guys, I gotta go. Keep it real.
Okay, bye Frank.
It came with everything through... it even had one of the versions of Street Fighter 4 on it.
Oh, okay.
I think it was. I can't remember if it was Super or if it was Arcade Edition.
Right.
But it was whatever the latest one was at the time, which I already had. But then it had all the other ones, and it had a bunch of soundtracks, and then it had like a couple of like documentary. It had like a documentary Blu-ray. It had the Street Fighter American like animated series. It was on USA Network. It had that one on a Blu-ray.
Oh yeah.
And it had the crappy, nerfed, edited. Hard-coded black bars version, like standard definition version of the animated movie, dubbed only, edited version on a Blu-ray. Which that really disappointed me because it was all like Street Fighter 2, the animated movie on Blu-ray, and I'm all like, cool, they're finally going to do it right. And then I pop it in, I'm like, they didn't do it right. So, but hey, that doesn't even matter nowadays. You can hop on Crunchyroll or whatever, and you can watch the good version of... You can watch the good version of it dubbed or subbed with the correct aspect ratio and a much better transfer and all that stuff nowadays. If you don't even have to buy the Blu-ray anymore.
Oh, what'd you ever do with that set?
I think I eventually sold it to Ed Bookoff.
Oh, okay.
Like it was like
yeah, we totally did.
It was like several years, but yeah, eventually I did. And it also came with a light up Ryu statue and Ryu's black belt. Which, that was actually, like, the thing that made me want to buy it, was having the black belt that said Furin Kazan on it. Like,
so, like, you also sold the belt, too?
Well, I sold the whole set, as one set for somebody to buy. But by that point, like, I didn't need the statue in the first place, and the belt, like, isn't nearly as rare anymore. Like, I can actually, like, just go online and find a place to buy it now.
Oh, wow, okay.
So... And they messed up on the Street Fighter 2 animated movie. So anyway, but obviously that's the big one we've been building up to this whole time is 30 Fighting Street. So that is it for our toppings for the evening. Toppings? We had pizza. Topics. That is it for our topics for the evening. But don't go away yet. We're going to be playing some games here in a minute. But first we got to close out the podcast version of this live feed.
Oh yeah, and this is going to be our last one for the year.
Yes. So, for those of you listening to the podcast and watching the show right now, this is going to be the last Waxing Pixels for the year. Starting next week, we'll be gone for a week, and by the time we get back, 2 podcast recordings will have gone by. So, we might try and sneak in some early game streaming before we head up to LA. Ryan's going to drive us up to LA to help us catch a plane. And so I don't know if we'll actually have time to do any gameplay, but we'll see if we can sneak some in next Tuesday. But Ryan's still going to be in the area, so...
Yeah, and I'll definitely... I'm definitely going to resume my Friday and Saturday, like Twitch...
Right.
Podcasts.
So that's
Sorry, Joe, you're just gonna have to find something else to do on Tuesdays until next year. Sorry.
So but yeah.
Oh yeah,
Ryan...
because I know next week I'm taking you to the airport on Tuesday. But that Tuesday after that, like I was gonna do something, but my family's coming over from New York, so I gotta
don't worry about it.
I gotta entertain them.
You should just like...
I hope you're wearing like a little hat and you get yourself like a little monkey tricycle and you do like tricks in your living room.
Yeah.
You can go on Twitch IRL from your phone and just be all like, hey, this is my sister, and
and she'll hate you forever.
Yeah.
They'll be ducking out of the camera.
Yeah, totally. So so next Tuesday, don't count on us showing up, but Friday and Saturday, Ryan's still gonna be streaming, and Friday and Saturday next week, Ryan's still gonna be streaming. So,
Classic Sans 101.
Hey, how's it going, Classic Sans?
Classic Sans, what's up? Hey, Classic, we are just finishing up the talking portion of this show. We're going to get into some gameplay in a couple of minutes. So first, we're just closing out that because we do an audio podcast based off of this broadcast. So, Ryan, what else do we do on Battle Geek Plus? Tell our podcast listeners.
All right, so you can go to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/BattleGeekPlus. You can watch our sketches, our reviews, our battle blogs, and yes, we do a show called Awesome Video Game Memories where we review video games and we give our retrospectives on them. And also every Tuesday, but we do have 2 special episodes coming. We have a special episode coming on Christmas. kind of revolving around some kind of miniature consoles we got pretty recently that I just completed. And,
some miniature Nintendo-related things, I hope.
Also, beginning in 2018, we will have one with a special guest that we've worked with many times, and another special guest who might still be in the chat. So, yeah, so it's going to be our first video of 2018, so it's going to be a pretty big one.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Are some of our YouTube content already over on Twitch?
Oh, yes. A lot of our YouTube content is on Twitch, too. So, you can watch, if you don't want to watch it on YouTube, you can also watch it in our collections here on Twitch.
So, right here, twitch.tv/BattleGeekPlus, you can get pretty much the best of our YouTube content, because this is pretty much our main place to hang out and do gaming stuff nowadays.
Exactly. And I play games here every Friday and Saturday. So wait, how many of you are going to watch Star Wars this week?
Not me.
I wish I could, but I'm going to be busy, Yeah,
I mean, I'm seeing it on Thursday, so I'm... Oh, great. Thank you for the follow.
What was that? Torreson?
Yeah, Torreson.
Torreson, thank you for the follow. That's awesome. That's rad.
Thank you, good person.
Thank you.
All right, so this Friday I am playing the original Star Wars Battlefront on the PlayStation 4, not Battlefront 2. The complete version of Battlefront, which I bought for $10. And then on Saturday, I acquired the Star Wars fighting game on the PlayStation.
Oh, right.
I think it's called Masters of the Terras Cassie. I've never played it. It looks horrible, but I think I'm going to torture myself with it. It'll be fun.
Well,
you're such a masochist.
Well, Torreston, that's what it is. Torreston, thank you for following.
Yeah, thanks for following.
Looks like Joe, Gabe, and Classic are all going to be watching Star Wars this weekend. Unfortunately, I can't due to my work schedule, but I'm going to try and get around to it.
I'm working. I also don't care. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, then hopefully next week I can play Doom VFR in VR.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I'm going to try to get the VR setup going.
Are you going to have like a camera like on your face and stuff like that too?
Yeah, I'm not going to use the native one because I want people to see my reactions.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, anyway, that is it for the gaming portion. Not the gaming portion. That is it for the talking portion of this show, which is Waxing Pixels, the podcast, episode, 62? 63?
I think 63.
63. Okay, episode 63 of the podcast. The audio version of this podcast will be out on Thursday after she gets it edited. But in the meantime, just hold on a minute because we are going to switch over to some gameplay.
So, for the audio people, goodbye.
Audio people, see you later.
Until 2018.
See you next year.
See you next year.